Hi guys, welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day video. Thank you so much for taking the time to log on and join me today for another fantastic day of food. And again, thank you so much for all of the wonderful feedback on my other What I Eats. You guys are just the best, and I'm so happy that they're inspiring you to get creative in the kitchen and just to know that eating well and realistically, it doesn't have to be boring, it doesn't have to be restricting. So I'm glad that you're all kind of digging that and feeling it, and it just makes me so happy. And today is no exception in regards to great food, because I have a few recipes that I'm going to try today that I haven't tried before off the app, which is always fun. So breakfast was a bit of a non-event, as it normally is. I was really full when I woke up this morning. I wasn't really feeling like having much, so I went for a cup of tea and a banana. Nothing too exciting, nothing too special, but it's lunchtime now and I fancy some soup, and I think it's a garlic and shallot soup. I haven't tried it before. I actually don't think I've tried a garlic soup before in my life, but I love garlic, so I figured great one to try. And then for dinner tonight we're going to be having a curry, which is going to be a butter chicken or chicken butter curry. I don't really know what the name is, but I'll show you guys that later. And it's a really low point value. It looks really delicious, and I'm very excited to share it because I know a lot of you guys like it when I cook up a curry, because they're great for batch cooking, they're great for big families, or just for a takeaway. So kids are off. If you can hear screeching, it's the holidays guys, you'll have to bear with me, but yeah, let's go. Alright, so it's time to start prepping for lunch, and I just thought I would show you guys the soup that I have in mind for today. As I mentioned before, it is a garlic and shallot soup. It looks delicious. I'm very excited to try it, and it is 3 points per person. This recipe that I'm going to put down below serves 4, but I'm going to half it and make 1 batch for today and 1 for lunch tomorrow. Okay, so you're going to need some shallots, which I have here, vegetable stock cubes, some fresh parsley that I've just got from the garden, some salt and some pepper. You're going to need some potatoes and of course the garlic. It did call for 6 cloves, but I'm making half the amount, so I'm just going to add 3 big ones. To eat it with, I'm going to be having one of these Tesco mozzarella and red onion muffins. These are delicious. I've had these in the freezer for a while, and I feel like this soup would be the perfect opportunity to bust one of these out. I think these are 5 points per person, but I will check that in a moment. But it looks absolutely delicious, and I think dipping that in the garlic soup with the cheese and the onion, it would just taste amazing. Away, it smells delicious, and when the potatoes are softened I can pop it into the food processor. I've just added a few flakes of chili, and the recipe doesn't call for that, but again, I like to be creative and add and take away what I want to suit me, so feel free to leave that out. And I've also fried some shallots to go on the top. I like my shallots like really crispy and caramelized, so do that to your liking as well. And then we will sprinkle it with parsley, but it smells delicious guys. I really can't wait to eat this. and I think that is one of the best soups I've ever had, or made for that matter. It was delicious. If you guys like garlic, shallots and a lot of strong flavors, I would definitely check that out. It's going to be perfect for autumn and winter. It's so warming and filling and rich, and I just really enjoyed it. I have a portion in the fridge for tomorrow that I'm excited about already, and that roll really complemented it, although it would have been just as nice on its own or with regular bread and butter. It would have been delicious. So that was great. So I really enjoyed that. I just had to update you. I'm not having anything else for now, although I might snack on some fruit before my afternoon treat. But I'll update you later. But honestly guys, you have to try that soup. Check out the description box down below for that recipe because it was mega. So it's actually been a couple of hours since lunch, and before I have my afternoon coffee and snack, I'm gonna have some fruit because it's gone mega warm all of a sudden. I've actually changed into my shorts. I've kept the same top on, but I've changed my shorts just because it's so warm. It's so lovely. So I'm going to have some cherries that I picked up last night from Aldi. I went to Aldi late last night, and I love these cherries. Preferably I prefer it when they're on the stem because they're easier to eat that way, although I think that might just be me being fussy. But these taste delicious. I've covered my fruit at the moment because of fruit flies. It's really frustrating. But yeah, I'm gonna go and have some fruit, do a bit of editing, open the conservatory and let Harrison play in the garden while I work. So yeah, I'll update you guys later, but for now I'm just having some cherries, which are obviously free. Alright, so before we head out for a few errands that we need to run, I'm just about to make my afternoon coffee, pop the kettle on, and I'm going to have a bit of a sweet treat snack as well, which I always do, to be quite honest, in the late afternoon. So I'm going to make that up now, and then I'm going to have a look in my cupboard and see what I fancy. Okay, so when it comes to snack, I'm going to be having one of the Lotus Biscoff biscuits. I adore these. I've been so obsessed with them recently, and I got a massive pack from the pound shop for £1, and also from the pound shop. And this is a great hack, guys, because if you get this from Sainsbury's or Waitrose or Asda or anywhere like that, it's like twice the price. So they also do the Biscoff spread, which if you haven't tried Biscoff spread, you need to get involved with it. You need to try it. It's delicious. It's not good for you, it's very high point value, but I kind of figure, you know, everything in moderation. It's a bit of a treat, and I'm going to spread a little bit on my biscuits because it tastes divine, and it's like a double hit of Biscoff. So I'm going to put in this little dish the amount of grams I think I will spread onto 2 biscuits, and that is 6 grams. Obviously that's not a lot at all, but I do want to show you guys, in regards to point value, that is 1 point. So the spread is 6 grams is 1 point. I have the packet for the Lotus biscuit, so I can track that for you guys as well. And for 2 pieces, it's 3 points. So a 4-point snack, more than fine with me for my afternoon coffee, and it'll be totally worth it, guys. I can assure you of that. It's a bit later in the evening now. Sorry if you can hear shrieks, the kids are playing in the living room. So I have 2 types of chicken that I'm going to use. I'm going to use 4 drumsticks with the skin on, again just to add a lot of flavour. These are 1 point per drumstick, and the chicken breast is obviously free. I have a butternut squash, a large onion, some garlic, mushrooms that the recipe didn't call for but they need eating, so I figured I may as well put them in. Some coriander, some passata, curry powder, and there are some other herbs and spices that I'm going to get together in a moment. And we also have a nice big bag of unwashed spinach as well. And apart from things like oil, salt and pepper, garlic is pretty much the only thing that we're going to need, along with some fat-free Greek yogurt.
Begging, but now you got me begging.
talking throughout that cooking process. We had an unexpected guest turn up and they were here for a while, so I had to rush a little bit to make sure that we got dinner sorted. But rest assured, the recipe will be in the description box down below, along with the point value. But it's smelling great. It's currently sat bubbling away in the oven, and I'm going to let it sit and cook there until I'm ready to eat it in about half an hour's time. And that was the great thing about browning the chicken off, because it meant it was kind of partly cooked. So yeah, that's probably why this one feels a little bit more rushed than it normally is and not as aesthetically pleasing. But I figured you guys would want to see the rush days as well, so that's what today definitely is. So the curry that I'm having tonight was actually 4 points, but I've added chicken drumsticks with skin, and they're 1 point per drumstick. So because I'm going to have 1 drumstick mixed with the skinless chicken breast, I'm actually going to put this up to 6 points to be safe. Alongside it, I'm also going to have one of these garlic and coriander mini naans. These are 4 points per serving as well, and that takes me to 23 points so far. So there's definitely going to be room tonight for some chocolate, because my dailies are 28. So factored into that point value was basmati rice, which I'm going to have a little bit of. I'm supposed to have 50 grams. So I'm going to warm up, I'm going to weigh out 50 grams of this and add it to the curry. I completely forgot about it, to be honest, because I'm so used to just having the sauce with bread. But actually, when I checked the point value, because I thought that seems quite high, then I realised that this basmati rice. So you can have that in, include it or don't, but I'm going to weigh up 50 grams because, again, I want to make sure that I eat all my points today. So it's been a few hours since dinner now, and it was okay. It wasn't the best curry I've ever tried, probably partly because it was rushed, and also I prefer it when I make them up myself, to be honest. I found it a tiny bit bland compared to when I do it myself. So it was okay. It wasn't anything to write home about. I would have it again. I have a portion to freeze, as you guys can see in the background there, and I will have it, and it's absolutely fine. I'm going to end the night with a pack of these Lucky Bar buttons. These are 4 points per bag, and that will mean I have 1 to roll over for tomorrow, but I don't mind because my points start again tomorrow because it's weigh day. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this what I eat today, thank you so much for hanging out, and give it a like if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.